Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up that screen. Oh, mighty Ilus. The OTC markets messed up big time and caused a panic this morning for all Ilus shareholders and for the management team. What a screw up. Yeah, first thing this morning I noticed, oh crap, yield sign of all things. Where did this come from? And then we found out that JP Backwell was all over it, and he was in touch with OTC markets going, what gives? What the crap's happening here? Why are we yield sign? And so it appears they had looked at a previous version of a quarterly report that had a mistake in it, but they had revised it and corrected it. Well, they didn't look at that one. So they just went ahead and slapped the yield sign on it. And I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense without at least talking to the company before you slap a yield sign on it.
Look, you can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Yeah, that's what I was like this morning. I was like, you can't be serious with this crap. So let's take a look at what happened. As you can see on Twitter this morning, it says, regarding the Ilus yield sign, this is from Ilus International, their Twitter account, we are not aware of any issues at all. This is only an administrative matter which we will update on as soon as we have feedback from OTC markets. For shareholders, further information can be found here. Then here it says, we have spoken with OTC markets, and as suspected, they did not review the updated version of our quarterly report, which was correct. The yield sign has therefore rightly been removed from Ilus' profile on OTC markets, which you would think they'd have a little bit better way of handling that. You would think before you slapped a yield sign on there and panicked tens of thousands of shareholders in the entire company that you would make a phone call and say, look, we got a little problem here. You need to be aware that we're going to put a yield sign on here until you correct it, and you have X number of days to correct it. But until that time, we're putting the yield sign on. And then they can say, well, which version are you talking about? Are you talking about the revised one? And they could have gone, what revised one? You know, the one that's on your website that we sent to you. It's been there for days. Oh, we hadn't seen that. And then they could have looked at it, and they'd have never slapped the yield sign on there and put people through a bunch of crap. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Say it! Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, that's no bueno. That should not have been handled that way. I don't agree with that at all. And that makes me feel a little bit better about CYBL right now because they're dealing with the yield sign. And I'm wondering if it's just, that's just what they do. They slap a yield sign on you until they're 100% happy with it. And theirs is over something different. It was a different format. And they use the SEC format instead of the OTC format is what the CEO is saying about that particular stock. But that makes me feel a little better about them because the OTC markets is not mistake-free, obviously. And they will slap a yield sign on you quick. And obviously what they didn't see was a revised quarterly report that was sent in days ago. And had they seen that, that mistake wouldn't have been an issue because it had been corrected. And that's not uncommon for a company to send in a revised quarterly report because remember, they're on a time frame. And they have to have it in by the 15th. And a lot of times they'll find some little minor issue and they'll have to resolve it and they'll do a revised version. I mean, that's pretty typical, and Ilus has done that a couple of times. And that's fairly typical of a OTC company to have one little mistake, and they correct it. And as you can see, it does say pink current, but it absolutely said yield this morning, early this morning, and that would have been not good. That would have been very bad because the shorts would have gone crazy over that. Yeah, they were fired up this morning. They were really, they were getting excited. The shorts were going to go nuts. So their little party didn't get to play out like they were hoping for.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick.
Yeah, and as you can see, the shorts have been going a little bit crazy on this stock, 62% the other day, 56% yesterday. So more than half the shares that are being bought and sold right now are shorted. So that puts a lot of downward pressure on the stock. And, the market sucks right now. It's really bad. It's been down since Friday of last week about every day and in a significant way. And as you can see, we're kind of sitting on that little 6-cent marker. We'll see if that holds today. It is down a little bit, even though that really shouldn't have had that big an effect. But again, the market's down. As you can see, the Dow Jones is down 150. Gosh, the NASDAQ's down 240 points. That's 2%. And the NASDAQ is usually a better trend to show what the penny stocks are doing because they're usually high growth in the NASDAQ. So those are a little bit more comparable. But geez, 2% down. That's a big fall for the NASDAQ. This market sucks.
That's right, it sucks.
All right, folks, I just wanted to do a quick update on this because that was no fun this morning. That was a pain in the butt. But anyway, it looks like they got it straightened out. JP and the boys and Nick Link got that fixed pretty quickly. Shocking that they got that done before 9:30. Anyway, if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover Ilus and all the stuff that goes along with these penny stocks. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.